All right, last round of examples, followed by a couple more practice problems. And in fact here, I'm only going to do one example and let you kind of figure out a little bit from there. Okay, let's look at, now I'm going to have a fraction again. Okay, now let's say let me do this. Okay, and then that whole thing is squared. Okay, so listen, first things first. This fraction on the inside of the parentheses has to be simplified. Okay, and that's what we just did. So like what you just did in 9 through 11, you're simplifying a fraction. So this has to be simplified. So here there's actually not too much to do to simplify, right? What I noticed is that in this case, there's a y on the top and there's 6 y's on the bottom. So if I were to like imagine this written out, that's 6 y's, one would cancel. So this simplifies to this. That y is going to cancel with one of these y's and leave me with 5 y's on the bottom. Okay, so I simplified this. That's all I did, and it's still squared. Okay, so now this is the new part. You're going to square it. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to write it out totally the long way because I like that strategy. 2 times x on the top. 3 times y times y times y times y times y on the bottom. And the whole thing is squared. So what does that mean? I'm multiplying it by itself. Okay, now how do we multiply fractions? We just multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom. So 2 times 2 is 4. There's 4 x's here. 4x to the 4th. 3 times 3 is 9. And how many y's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. That's a total of 10. Okay, so first, simplify the fraction. Okay, very important that you simplify anything that's inside there first. Now sometimes you won't need to, right? Sometimes it'll already look like this and it'll be simplified. But if you have like extra y's or whatever hanging out, simplify those first. Then square it, or sometimes it'll be cubed, right? And then just multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. Okay, and you're just going to do 3 of these guys, 13, 14, and 15, and you're done with your challenge.